Jen here with an unboxing for you. This is my first ever Illumicrate, and it's actually the February box, but it's the first time they ever did a themed box. And I just got it now, and today is March 12th. So it usually ships, I think, like the second week in February. It came in a plain white box, and it looks like, I haven't even gone through it yet, but it looks like they maybe put their regular box in this box, and then whatever items didn't fit, they put in the box as well. So it kind of came like that. But it has, the spoiler card was on top. So let's take a look at this. So this is a bi-monthly box. Actually, oh, I see what they did. Okay. So what they did is they put this on top, and it says, "Thanks for letting Illumicrate brighten up your day." So it's kind of like a box sort of top. And so the actual items were in this deeper box. Like I said, it's the first time I think that they were doing a theme, and the theme was Rise Up. So let's take a look. The first item is a pillowcase. And it says, "So long as you fight the darkness, you stand in the light." And it's from Saba Tahir, which I can't remember what series that is. I think it's behind me somewhere. Let's see. It is... Wow. First of all, I was way wrong about the book as well. But anyway. Okay, it's a Fight the Darkness cushion cover. It's a Stella Bookish Art exclusive. Can't remember what series it is. I thought it was Rebel of the Sands, but now I'm not sure if it's that one or if it's The Wrath in the Dawn, or it's one of those series. I just can't recall which one for some reason. Let's see what else. There is a, that goes with the book. I don't know what this is. It's not any of these things. Okay, I think this is just an extra from the Hazelwood, and it's just a little notebook with a pen. It's not anything crazy super exciting. I actually didn't really like the book, The Hazelwood. You can find a review on this channel. I'm not sure what I'll do with this, but I'm sure I could find some purpose, at least for the paper inside. I always write notes in my candle shop and stuff. Let's see. This is, there's a Strange the Dreamer postcard in here. It just says Strange the Dreamer, and it's just a regular postcard. That goes with the book. I'm kind of sad that the book isn't what I thought it was, because I don't even know what this book is about. So I saw that it was in another book box. I can't remember which one. I think maybe like Enchanted book box, and I hadn't even heard of it. So and I try and pull what I think the book is from Goodreads list, and I don't even remember it being on there. So this is a mug, and it says Inimitable Mug by Abby. Imagine what goes in your mug is the one thing in life you can control, and it just says, "I am inimitable, I am an original." And I don't know if that's just a saying or if it's from something. It doesn't sound familiar to me. That's my dog bumping the camera. And there's like these old-fashioned pistols or something, or handguns on the side. I have no idea what it's from. So, and it doesn't tell me what it's from, so I'm not sure. What else? So there's something for Restore Me that's considered an extra. It just says, Shatter Me. So it says, "I am not insane." It has a cross off through it. As you know, that's what Juliet, when she was taking her notes. It's a preview of chapter 1, which I won't read because I have Restore Me, but I heard it's a cliffhanger, and I'm just not interested in reading a cliffhanger, so I probably won't read it until all 3 books are out. So in 3 years, expect a review of Restore Me. Follow Juliet's journey from the beginning in the first installment in the epic fantasy series. Preview of chapter 1. All 4 books. or all 4 books. And then it just has some more blank pages, some more paper at the back. What else? No idea what this is. It's A Dirty Business Getting Clean by Juno Dawson. Contains mature content, exclusive Illumicrate sample. I guess it's a book. I can feel it swimming through my veins like glitter. It's liquid gold. When socialite Lexi Volkov almost overdoses, she thinks she's hit rock bottom. She's wrong. Rock bottom is when she's forced into an exclusive rehab facility. From there, the only way is up for Lexi and her fellow inmates, including the mysterious Brady. As she faces her demons, Lexi realizes love is the most powerful drug of all. Yeah, not interested in reading that. Some of the stuff may make its way into a giveaway. Let's see what else. A Dagger Mark by r-jack.com. Fake dagger, real bookmark, deadly perfect. It says, isn't that what stories do? Make real things fake and fake things real. This is pretty cool. I think it just has the author, but I think it's from the Winners trilogy. Possibly. Not completely sure because I haven't read it yet, but I do own them. And it's Marie Brokowski. So that's kind of cool. Let's see what else. So there's a bookmark, Forged in Battle, From the Dust of the Arena, A Legend Will Rise, and it's for the book, which I'm sorry I sound kind of bummed out. This is not the book I thought it was, and I'm not excited to read this book, like, at all. I've been really disappointed in what's supposedly, like, the popular books, and by popular I mean the books that you see everywhere, and then once everyone reads them and aren't, like, super impressed, they kind of, like, disappear. Like, it's happened to me with so many books, like Wild Beauty, Flawed when I first joined Bookstagram, Magonia, like these beautiful book covers, and I would see them everywhere, and then like nobody ever talks about the books again. This is another promotional bookmark for Witch Sign. It just says they call it Witch Sign, the taint of dragons for those who bear it. It's a death sentence. Maybe kind of cool, coming out in May. A lot of promotional stuff in this book, or in this box, and I don't know, I'm just not really impressed by that kind of stuff. Like, I don't care about your promotional bookmarks for your next book or whatever. Ella Bella, The Truth and Lies of Ella Black. I don't know what is me and what is her. This is another extra item that's just a pocket mirror, and it's not even like a cool design or anything. It's just the title of the book and it's a mirror. Let's see. A Phoenix magnet. Hey baby. I love the Phoenix magnet. I'm in the order, so for Order of the Phoenix, and it's super cute. Let me see who it was by. Hannah Hitchman Art. So I like that. And I think that was all the items. Maybe? Oh, there's this. Oh no, there's a couple things that were, there was a lot of things that were like rattling around in here when I got the box and picked it up. So there's a pin for the book. Okay, so there is a Rebels Command List, which is by House Store Official. Plan your uprising among the stars. Another piece of paper, another notepad. So that's 3 notepads in this box. Not to mention 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paper-based items so far. Granted, some of them are considered extras, aka promotional items. Let's see, there's a Scarlet exclusive lip balm for Illumicrate by, they're inspired by the different Luna insurgents. So this is by Lovely Lip Balm. I can't even smell it though. You can't smell it, so let's take a look and see if there's ingredients in here. It says lip balm handmade by Lovely. It's red cherry. So avocado oil, castor oil, beeswax, cocoa butter, sunflower oil, jojoba oil, and natural flavor. So no almond oil, so I will be able to use this, which is awesome. Thank you for putting the ingredients on here. And I can't smell it, but I bet that it tastes probably more than it smells. So that's exciting. Alright, so these are the promotional items that have to do with the book, and then there was also an ARC in this book, or in this box. So the Ark is the secondary book, and this is Sally Green's The Smoke Thieves, a princess, a soldier, a hunter, a trader, a thief. Has really cool stained pages, and it says, from the author of global publishing phenomenon Half Bad, which I'd never heard of, comes a new epic fantasy series perfect for fans of Leigh Bardugo and Game of Thrones. Love Leigh Bardugo, haven't read Game of Thrones, not really into crazy violent things, so I'm not sure if I would enjoy this book. In Brigant, Princess Catherine prepares to marry a man she's never met while her true love Ambrose faces the executioner's block. In Calidor, downtrodden servant March seeks revenge on the prince who betrayed his people. In Pretoria, Edion stands at a crossroads, family and fortune one way, destruction the other. And in the barren northern territories, Tash is facing her demons, literally. As the kingdom's alliance shift and shatter, these 5 young people find their futures inextricably linked by a mysterious bottle of demon smoke and by the unpredictable tides of war. Who will rise, who will fall, and who will unlock the secrets of the smoke? Sounds kind of cool. If it's overly violent, I mean, if it's not all of the story, then I can skim over those parts. But we'll see. There's a cool map. Actually, it's a really simple map, but I like it. In here, can't get over it. Like, purple stained pages is just really a really cool thing, and I really wish that some of the self-publishing platforms would kind of get with the time, so like we could do things like this and have, like, on hardbacks, have cool embossed things and whatnot, but apparently they're behind on the times, or it's just not cost effective for them. So the actual book for this book is called Blood and Sand. It's actually a very skinny book. I actually thought excuse me, that the book was going to be Reign the Earth, and so I haven't picked that up yet, thinking that it would be, like, I was almost positive that that was the book for this box, and it's not. So this is Blood and Sand. Forged in battle from the dust of the arena, a legend will rise. There's a woman on there, I don't know if you, or a girl, I don't know if you can see her underneath the shimmer. I'm not really into, I don't know, I'm not sure about this, so let's see. What if Spartacus was a young woman? Roma Victrix, the Republic of Rome, is on a relentless march to create an empire built on the backs of the conquered, brought back to Rome as slaves. Atia was once destined to rule as the queen and sword maiden of Thrace, the greatest warrior kingdom the world had seen since Sparta. Now she's a slave, given to the gladiator Xanthus as a sign of his master's favor. Enslaved as a child, Xanthus is now the champion of Rome, the preeminent gladiator of his generation. Against all odds, Atia and Xanthus form a tentative bond, a bond that will spark a rebellion that threatens to bring the Roman Republic to its end and gives rise to the legend of Spartacus. So I'm a little confused because it sounds like she's a slave, but then she falls in love with the person that she's given to, maybe? I'm not sure. So let's see. The back says, is an excerpt, and it says, Atia looked into the face of Timaeus' monster. The champion of Rome towered over her. He was younger than she'd expected, with clear skin, tanned by the sun, and hard lines of muscle and sinew, tokens of his years spent in the arena. His dark hair was cut short in the Roman fashion and accentuated the strong lines of his face. His eyes were bright and green like new grass. He held himself like a warrior, and his mouth formed a grim line as he frowned at her. That dark look of his had probably made countless men tremble. Atia nearly expected the walls themselves to move to escape his displeasure, but she held her ground. She had never been cowed by a man, and she was not about to start now. It almost sounds like a bodice ripper, a little bit. So this author is C.V. Wick, I'm guessing. I'm not really sure how to pronounce the last name. Graduated from Vanderbilt University with a BA in English Literature and European History. Blood and Sand is her first novel. Born in Los Angeles, California, she now lives in Maryland, and look for her online on Twitter and Tumblr. So yeah, this is not a book I'd heard anything about, and I haven't seen it around, even though I did see it like in an unboxing for Enchanted Book Box. I haven't seen a lot of promotional things or posts about this book. It did come with a signed book plate. It came with a promotional button. It also came with a bookmark that goes with it. And it came with like a temporary tattoo sort of thing that says Blood and Sand with like a hawk or something on it. And it says, rebellion abounds in this Spartacus retelling featuring the epic female warrior you have always wanted. Enjoy the bookmark, pin, and temporary tattoo. So yeah. Okay, so a lot of things not working for me. I don't know if I'll ever order an Illumicrate again. I had a friend who told me that they're amazing and she's never been disappointed with one, and she loved them, but she didn't know how the whole like themed thing was going to work out for them. So I'd say it took over, the box was a month late, and that's kind of not a plus. Another not plus is that you can't just buy a single purchase. You have to buy a subscription and then skip or cancel, which I do not like that option. I'm just not a fan of that, because I feel like when that's the only option, that companies are waiting for you to like forget about your subscription and then just like renew it, you know, and they renew it automatically, which they say is a convenience for you, but really I think it's partially a convenience for you, then partially like, oh, you forgot, that's too bad, but now we have your money. This box is kind of expensive because it's coming internationally, and I thought it was from Australia, but the box said Spain, so I'm kind of not really sure where it came from. And you know, it's cool that it comes with 2 books. I love the stained pages on the arc. I think that's fun. The book is not what I thought at all, as I mentioned. It's not something that, if I would have realized that's what the book was, I probably wouldn't have bought this box, because that book doesn't sound, I loved the movie 300 like 15 or 20 years ago when it came out. Not really sure, can't remember, I'm not quite that old. But it just is not something I want to read, and it's a really short book actually. It's looks like it's about 250 pages. Well, it says it's, oh wait, that's an excerpt from the next book, because apparently it's the next book. It's 310. Oh no, that's the acknowledgements. It's 300, no, that's the author's note. It's 305 pages, but I'm not really sure how, because it just seems really tiny, and it's like 8.5 by 5.5 and not 9 by 6, so I'm not sure how it's, oh, maybe that's why it's a little bit longer then. Maybe that's why it's 310 pages, because it's shorter, or like more compact in size. So I like the arc book. I like the magnet and the lip gloss or whatever. I like the pillowcase. It looks a little bit smaller than normal size. The ones that come in boxes usually. I like the wooden thing. I know some of these items are considered extra and they're like promotional items, but I kind of don't get why. Like, it's junk, you know? Like, I don't need a bunch of, like, I don't need chapter preview things. Like, I don't read previews of books. I don't really need a postcard with the title of a book on it. I don't need a notepad with the title of a book on it that has no design or nothing interesting to it. I don't need a compact mirror with the title of a book on it. I don't need a bookmark with the title of a book on it. Like, those things aren't like bonus items to me. It's just like junk to give the illusion that there's more to it than that. So I'm not really a fan of that. So I guess I could say that the actual items that came in the box are nice. So the actual items are, you know, besides the promotional items that come with the book, like the bookmark and the pin that's the cover of the book and the signed book plate, is this magnet, this wooden dagger thing, bookmark, the lip gloss, a pillowcase, the arc, and then the book itself are the things that came with this. So this, I don't know. I mean, it's my first time, but because of the cost of this box, I probably will not be purchasing this box again. I'm happy to say that I tried it. Maybe if either of the books had been books I'd heard about beforehand, or that had been like, you know, had heard a little bit of buzz about, which buzz I know can totally bite you in the butt, maybe I would have been really excited. I'm just not really into filler. I don't want advertisements in my box. It's bad enough that I scroll through Instagram and like every 5 posts is an ad now. So, you know, like, it just doesn't, free junk isn't gonna make me go read a book. You know, I already wanted to read Restore Me. You know, I already own Strange the Dreamer. I didn't like the Hazelwood, but getting a craft brown notepad with the words Hazelwood on it isn't going to make me, ooh, want to read that, you know. So maybe some of the bookish publishers need to work on what they think are like cool or interesting freebies. But I don't know, considering like there just were a lot of negatives on this box. So I usually try to keep things really positive, but when a box is over a month late and it's filled with like filler content that are and the book is one I never heard of, I'm just not really it just missed the mark for me. But this is my, like I said, my first Illumicrate. And I'm just gonna wrap up this video and go do yoga and make dinner. So I don't really have I don't have something to hold because it wasn't a normal box, so I guess I will just hold this little card. So in the meanwhile, happy reading and